Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Down here for this offense. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. There's a stiff arm. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Now it's second down here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Bought some time, now lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Warren. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
Off the play fake on first down. Now rolling out to his left. With the catch, it's Fleming. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of a rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early, and now they got themselves a lead.
PAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the single back takes the handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Tailback with another carry. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
So your defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback. If he's going to run or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. Boy, just so many different combinations and ways to attack you.
Second down after that short completion. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And the ball on the ground. Guy who pops it up, recovers it, and prevents the turnover. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. With the catch, it's Williams. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
On the ground, it's Singleton. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Crucial third down play right here. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Catch made on the left side. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
That's the end of the first quarter. Penn State 7, Clemson 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Grab behind the line. It's Fleming. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle.
He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Frustration in the last drive. They moved into plus territory, but coughed it up. Can't afford that down on the scoreboard now. And is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. All about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Had a nice drive going here, but now it's 3rd down and long. On the run, it's Allen. Runs right over the defender. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
He slipped through there, and the defense very fortunate he didn't come up with a 1st down. Now let's see what happens here on this 4th down play.
Are we about to see a punt from the red zone? Now the kicking team has called for a timeout before the kickoff.
Timeout, Penn State.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. his quarterback could bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. It's caught downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game, the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then he can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Looks like the defense has it.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And now the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
What a great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards, get those first downs.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Caught in the backfield. It's Fleming. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This offense is still clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounce back from that right away. It's a quick grab. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. A completion makes it second and short. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
Defense is coming after him. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Send the back in motion. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Here's the second down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And it's complete with a shovel pass. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Receiver makes the catch. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
They're going to run the option. The back's got to run a pitch. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option. And the Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Warren. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Warren. Touchdown, Penn State. This offense cannot be stopped. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution to come up with 6.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes for defense can get a quick stop. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? The sure hands. It's Williams. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
I love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Running out of time in the pocket. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. The timeout is called an important stage late here in the second quarter. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it deep to begin the second half. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He'll try a pass here. The pass ball is incomplete, trying to extend the play, but nobody open.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big pull on the ball and bat it away.
Second down play coming up for this offense. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Just a quick job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Can he get there on the ground? They get him down at the 41, but it's good enough for a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking downfield. It's Klubnik. He's running out of time here. Tries to get loose in the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. The Tigers will crank up the tempo. Looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Nice play here. We'll have to see if this defense stays in man coverage after giving up that big play.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Movement here from the tight end. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's got it. He's tackled quickly. The yardage is good enough for the first down.
Great execution here by this offense against zone coverage with a curl route. Hit that last step in your drop. You see where you want to go with it. Put it right on his shoulder for a first down.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
Short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert to keep the drive going? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Gain makes it second and medium. And the back now goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Powerful running here. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Play action fake, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Dropping back, it's Aller. Catch made on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. There's a pre-snap movement, back in motion. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
Returner decides to fair catch this. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And this pass is on target. Caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They spot it near the 30. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. And they've got him. A sack with the defense. They'll take momentum into the final quarter of play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Penn State 34, Clemson 3.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Back in motion now. Looking downfield. It's Klubnik. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made. Room to run here. Touchdown Tigers. Strong game by this quarterback.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. And on the carry, he's heading left. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Third down coming up after that running play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So the screen on first down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going to screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss.
And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Finds his man. It's Warren. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain. Get closer to midfield now.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the fourth quarter. It's third down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
To the air. It's Allen. Going for his running back. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break, but that ball's not intercepted.
Looking to throw it again. Short connection to the tight end here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop it.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere, just textbook.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning. And this offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll try to run for the first down. And they'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He's going to continues to fight for yards. The returner is brought down. Gets a start for the next drive. Okay, Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, got to get some consolation points here. To the air, it's Klubnik. Quick completion to the tight end. He was a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. And completion makes it second and short. And he'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback will take a knee. Second down after that previous play. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.